Hey, Canucks fans. After their 5-1 defeat of the Pittsburgh Penguins last night, is it fair to say that the Canucks may have turned a corner already in this young season? I'm Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Saturday, October the 29th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Today's Saturday. That means tomorrow's Sunday. That means tomorrow is my weekly Ask Me Anything vlog. So go to my community tab and leave me a question there for my vlog tomorrow. And Hall of Fame and Legend members, we have our next group Zoom chat. It'll be tomorrow night, Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. Pacific. So make sure you join me for that. And then all of you, join me at 10:30 p.m. for my live stream tomorrow night, as I'll be giving away a pair of tickets to this Tuesday's match, the Canucks against the New Jersey Devils. Canucks are coming off a very good, complete win last night, 5-1 over the Pittsburgh Penguins. I was there at the arena with my son Sean, with my daughter Kayla, with my lovely wife Gail. We kind of were rotating seats and things among our two sections. But overall, it was a great night at the arena, a good atmosphere. It's always exciting when Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins come to town. They also acknowledge Bruce Boudreau's 600th career win. So there's a lot going on at the game, and the Canucks responded to all the hoopla with their most complete performance of the night. I wouldn't say they dominated the Penguins, but they certainly, even though they're outshot 35-29, they did so many things well. I'm going to talk about a few of them, but really everything from going two for 4 in the power play. Really, for all intents and purposes, it was 3 for 4 in the power play, as Pearson's opening goal was about 5 seconds after a power play ended. That was that awesome second unit with Pearson, Mikheyev, and Garland. I'll get to that in a second. So there's that. There's how well they did on the power play. They only led in 1 goal overall. It was on a Pittsburgh Penguin power play, so they didn't allow a goal 5-on-5. Spencer Martin was good, solid, making 34 saves on 35 shots. I'm not saying he's ready to unseat Thatcher Demko, but he looked very confident, very composed, and that is great. Martin, now in 8 games over the past 2 seasons, he has not lost in regulation, which is still a pretty cool stat. On the offensive end, you really saw great games. Well, you look at the points. Bo Horvat had 2 points. He had 2 goals. Kuzmenko had a goal and assist, and Mikheyev had 2 assists. Petey didn't have any points, but he was very strong on the night as well, getting in the play. Could have had a 3rd assist on Kuzmenko's tip-in goal, deflection goal, the 3rd goal of the game for the Canucks after Petey picked off that Danton Heinen clearing attempt. So overall, I thought the forwards played very well. And if you have Miller, Garland, and Horvat going on some nights, you have Petey, Kuzmenko, Mikheyev going on other nights, and then you get occasional contributions from guys like Pearson, Höglander, Podkolzin, then the Canucks will continue to show that they're very balanced up front. So I really liked a lot of what I saw from last night. I loved the power play, especially the second unit. I loved Mikheyev's game. I loved Kuzmenko's game. And I like Spencer Martin's game. So overall, I thought the Canucks played really well. Now, is it too early to say that they've turned, that was a turning point, or in this young season, or they've turned the page, or they're moving forward, or they've reversed their fortunes? It all seems a little early to say that, because the Canucks have only played 9 games in the season, but it also speaks to how poorly the season started. And we know the 5 away games, the 5-game road trip, the Canucks didn't play poorly, but in all 5 games, they gave up leads, which is not great. Then they had the stinker against Buffalo, and then they played more competitively against Carolina before these last 2 wins. So you could say that these 2 wins, I think, are really a turning point for the season, an early turning point for the season. Because in Seattle, that game was back and forth, a little bit crazy, but what I appreciate about Seattle was how tough and how the Canuck players stood up for one another. You had Pearson fighting. You had Miller fighting. You had Kyle Burrows fighting. You had Bo Horvat offering or willing to fight. Done. So overall, that's what I really appreciated from the Thursday night game, was the Canucks were standing up for one another, and they were fighting and not afraid to mix it up. Then on Friday night, last night, I saw a few other things that I really appreciated. How about the second power play unit? I thought they were outstanding, and they're a lot more direct than the first unit. With the first unit, Miller, Petey, and Hughes kind of go at the top of the umbrella, and they try and set up sometimes almost the perfect shot. Whereas the second unit, led by Rathbone up top And then you had guys like, it was Sheldon Dries that was in the bumper spot. It was Garland on the left. It was Mikheyev on the right. And then it was Tanner Pearson in front of the net. Maybe because of the style of players that those guys are, they were a lot more direct. They passed the puck quickly with assertiveness, never tried to set up the perfect play, just ram the puck towards the net or getting it quickly off to another player. And even Tanner Pearson's first goal, the one that actually wasn't a power play, you guys remember Garland basically wound up for a slap shot from the goal line. You know it wasn't going to go anywhere. So it turned out to be a slap pass, but not just to the crease. It went to the other side, and then Mikheyev was able to then put it in the middle to Pearson for a tap-in. Kind of similar to the Horvat to Miller goal a little bit in the way that they did a quick centering pass and a tap-in. So I did like last night the second power play unit. I thought they were really good and really direct. Another thing I noticed about the Canucks that I think it bears well is the fact that they played really well defensively. What we saw defensively was them getting a lot of sticks into the middle, disrupting passing lanes in their own defensive zone. I think one weakness we've seen from the Canucks, so many of their goals scored against them, is when the opponent does a cross-ice pass, a cross-crease pass inside of the Canucks zone, and it doesn't give Demko or Martin a lot of time to react. It doesn't give them a good chance of making a save, and oftentimes defensemen were left, out of position or trying to block a pass, and if they're not blocking, then they put themselves out of position. What I saw last night, even though Pittsburgh did get 35 shots on goal, is not a lot of them were overly dangerous. Yes, Martin was very good, but not a lot of the chances were overly dangerous. Either that or Martin made it look pretty easy. But many, many, many times I saw the Pittsburgh Penguins try to put a puck into the middle, cross ice, cross crease, into the bumper, whatever it may be, and then Canucks defenders and forwards getting their stick in, disrupting the passing lanes, and often deflecting the pass away. So I thought that was a really good thing as well. And one more thing that I noticed, 2 of the Canucks goals last night were deflections. Kuzmenko had a deflection goal, and Horvat had a deflection goal. Kuzmenko was off a shin, I think, and then Horvat was off a Ekman Larsson shot. You can't deflect the puck if you're not near the front of the net where the puck's going. So the fact that not only are Kuzmenko and Horvat and Pettersson the game before showing some really good hand-eye coordination, that means they're also getting to the right spots. They're getting in the front of the net to put themselves into a position to make deflections. I think that's another great sign that the Canucks are turning things around. So when I look at these 2 games as a whole, the beating Seattle last night, 2 nights ago, beating Pittsburgh last night, there's at least, aside from scoring and good goaltending, there's 4 things tactically that I've seen that are a lot better. As I said, on Thursday night, the Canucks were a lot tougher. And then last night, second power play unit was good. Canucks breaking up a lot of centering passes and going to the net and causing deflections. So these are all little things that might not all show up on the score sheet, but they're things that I noticed that if you're doing well, it means you're sharper, it means you're on top of your game, and it means maybe that the Canucks have indeed turned things around after a bad start to the season. So they have a chance to make some ground. They got 3 more games at home this week. They have New Jersey on Tuesday. They have Anaheim on Thursday, the BX tonight, and then they have Nashville on Saturday. Not necessarily easy opponents, but no world beaters in there. So there's a chance that the Canucks could come out of the remainder of this homestand at 500. They could get up to 5-5-2, and wouldn't that be a wonderful place to be at after the first 3 weeks of this season? So Canucks fans, let me know what you think. Do you think the Canucks have indeed turned a corner? Was this game a turning point? Or for you, is it too early to be talking like that after only 2 wins, after previously going winless in their first 7? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to know what you have to think. Shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate and the Perform and Transform Personal Training and Weight Loss. Thank you to legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, and Hall of Fame and franchise members. And thanks to all of you for supporting me on this channel as we get closer to 9,500 subscribers here. So again, subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, leave a tip, a super thanks if you'd like to, become a member, upgrade your membership if you'd like to, and definitely leave a comment down below if you'd like to. Tell me, is this a turning point for the Canucks right here, right now? Lastly, don't forget, join me tomorrow night for my live stream at 10:30, and then leave me a question for my Ask Me Anything vlog on my community tab, and I'll answer them in my vlog tomorrow. Okay, friends, have a great rest of the day. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go.